So apparently Joe Biden is not the first Democratic president to have cocaine at the White House. Kind of wild how that worked out. Have any of you guys ever been walking out of like Costco or Home Depot, maybe Walmart, Target, and they press you to check your receipt? They want to make sure that you've paid for whatever you're walking out with. Well, yeah, some people are getting really pissed off about this issue here, especially with a lot of people just kind of straight up stealing and walking out of these stores. We're going to get into that later on. Putin has personally warned China against nuclear attacks to the Ukraine. We're going to get into that. And let me ask you something. Have you ever received a gift card from anywhere? Walmart, for example. Me personally, I've received gift cards and, maybe for birthdays and, other different celebratory events. But for the most part, I prefer to not to get gift cards because I never remember to use them. And I remember multiple times I actually got a gift card from my work. And I don't know if it was like for being a good employee or whatever it was, but whatever the case was, I actually got gift cards for Walmart years ago. And I remember on two different occasions where I went to go use the gift card and it didn't work. And I went to complain and I didn't know who to complain to. Do I complain to my manager who gave me the gift card from work? Do I complain to Walmart's management? But at the end of the day, my manager ended up having to buy or provide me with a new gift card. And I don't know what happened, but ultimately Walmart was telling me that my gift card was already used. And I was like, I never used it. In fact, the little scratch off thingy in the back, it wasn't even scratched off yet. So I'm like, okay, who got to my gift card before I use it? And this is one of the reasons why I don't like gift cards. I don't know if I'm the only one who's like that. Anyway, by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, do your boy a favor, go ahead and drop a quick like for the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel. Now, Joe Biden apparently is not the first Democratic president to have cocaine at the White House. Now, I didn't know that this was a thing, but apparently, or allegedly, he's not the first Democratic president to have cocaine at the White House based on some historical events. Now, Democratic presidents Clinton, Roosevelt, they were both accused of having cocaine in the White House while they were in office. And President John F. Kennedy, apparently, he used illicit drugs to treat his chronic health issues. Now, obviously, I wasn't old enough to even care about what presidents were doing at the time. And I wasn't even born when some of these presidents were in office. So I can't speak to those from a personal account. But the Clinton administration staffers allegedly used cocaine on the job. Former Secret Service officer Gary Burns said back in a 2016 book called I'll actually drop a link for you guys in the description down below if you guys want to know what book that is. But the federal law enforcement accused dozens of Clinton staffers of using cocaine and other illegal drugs before they were hired. That's kind of wild. But before Clinton's time, President Kennedy used a number of different, methods of treating health issues and whatnot. So, we're seeing this news come out about, this powder substance being found in the White House. Evidently, this is not the first time. Sounds like the White House is being used as a big old party house, if you ask me. Now, a Costco customer pretty much went viral on TikTok not too long ago after basically getting pissed off at the store for manually checking customers' memberships at the checkout. Now, we talked about this in previous videos. Basically, Costco, Netflix, these companies, they're trying to cut down on people getting over on not paying for these memberships and subscriptions. And so, I read you guys' comments on the previous video. Some people understand why. Some people are like, hey, if my friend has a Costco membership, I should be able to use it and buy whatever I want. Or maybe I'll just hand my money over to my friend, have them who has the membership buy the stuff for me. I'm not here to get into that. But companies are looking to increase their profit margins. These are companies that have fiduciary responsibilities to the shareholders. These are companies that are on the stock market, the S&P 500. These are big name companies. And ultimately, the goal is to be profitable with the companies and to make the shareholders happy, because they don't want people just selling out of the company stock because the company is not profitable. Well, Costco and Netflix are making sure that people are paying for the services that they're rendering. So basically, in this short clip, This particular customer documented their experience in real time, and basically he was standing and waiting in a long line as the Costco employee was essentially, ultimately checking all the memberships and making sure everybody's, actually paying. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, have you actually had to wait a long time to have your membership verified and confirmed the last time you were in Costco? Or maybe even a better question is, are they really doing that? Like, are they really checking the memberships to make sure that people are actually paying for memberships nowadays? Let me know what you guys are seeing. And Putin personally warned by Xi Jinping against Ukraine nuclear attack. As the tables are turning on Russia. Now, this is an interesting situation here that China has basically gotten into Putin's, what, to tell him, hey, don't go dropping no nukes now. So now this is very interesting because China and Russia have had a very improved relationship over the last several months, especially since the U.S. sanctions have been placed on Russia. So anyway, so basically Vladimir Putin was personally warned by Chinese President Xi Jinping against using nuclear weapons in Ukraine, ultimately suggesting that China has serious concerns about Russia's plans for the war. Now, I think China knows what the fallout would be if Russia were to initiate with usage of nuclear weapons. And so, it's kind of cool, actually, that China is actually in somewhat alignment with the United States, just because we don't want nukes to be used either. Certainly the Ukrainians wouldn't. Ultimately, the trip came at a significant time during the Ukraine conflict, as it was just over 1 year since it started, with many people concerned and fearing that Putin was gearing up to make a massive move against Ukraine. Now, Putin has on many occasions made veiled threats about the possibility of using tactical nuclear weapons, leading many experts to fear and concern that he could ultimately resort to desperate measures with his back against the wall. And so ultimately this move from China, to deter Putin from using these types of weapons is very central in China. And it's increasingly increased strains on the relationship between China and Europe and Russia. And this is according to a Chinese government official. Now, Russia and China they've long been allies, placing Beijing at odds over what stance is taking in Putin's war with the Ukraine. Now, it's going to be real interesting to monitor and watch how this warning from China plays out in the relationship between China and Russia. Now, Walmart, you might be eligible for some money here. Walmart will pay $4 million in a scam compensation. And this is official here, guys. So using gift cards is great. We talked about this earlier in the video, and I've shared my piece on where I stand with the gift card situations. But so, gift cards is a great way to secure a gift. And if you're not very creative, gift cards can be a great way to kind of get yourself off the psychologically obligational need to find a gift, right? Like most people, it depends on who you're buying a gift for. Some people are harder to find gifts for than others. My brother is a great gift giver, and it's really hard to. He's a very good gift giver, so you want to give him something as nice as he got you, right? But if you're not as creative as he is, then it's hard to do that. And then on top of that, if the person you're looking to get a gift for has everything already, it's even harder to find something for them, right? So a gift card ends up being a pretty good way to, get somebody a gift and, just kind of move on with your life, right? Without having to put too much brain power into it. So anyway, this top class action lawsuit reported that the U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, has ordered the retail giant Walmart to pay a total of nearly $4 million in remission payments to consumers stemming from gift card scams that started back in 2015. Now, if this started back in 2015, you got to think, how many gift cards have you received or given out that may have been a part of the scam. Like, have you ever had any kind of issues where you went to go use a gift card and it didn't work and you didn't use it? Or maybe you gave a gift card to a friend or a family member. They went to use it and they're like, hey, that gift card you gave me, it doesn't work. Like, I don't know if it was just me, but like I said, it happened to me at least 2 times. So after discovering this fraud, Walmart reportedly froze card balances in 2016 and 2017, typically for amounts between $500 and $1,000. Now, here's where you really need to pay attention. If you were a victim of one of these scammers between the beginning of April 2016 and the end of July 2017, you could personally benefit from the Walmart remission payment decision. So, and go ahead and share this video with a friend, because you never know who might have been scammed. Maybe they don't even know that they got scammed. If they happen to, fall into this category of people, you could be eligible to receive some payment. So definitely go ahead and get the word out, guys. So if you were a victim of a scam resulting from a Walmart gift card bought during the fraudulent scheme period, and you believe you are owed money, check out eligibility qualifications, remission payment amount, and the filing. Okay. So now, fraud victims, get this, guys. So fraud victims may be eligible for a remission payment if they purchased and were sent a Walmart gift card from an unknown fraudster between April 1st, 2016 and July 31st, 2016, the period when Walmart seized gift cards and froze balances that were connected to suspected fraud. Oh, and it also says you don't have to necessarily be a U.S. citizen, according to the DOJ Walmart gift card remissions page. So how much money would you be repaid, right? So remission payments are based on the amount loaded onto the compromised gift card in question. Values can be anywhere between $500 and $1,000. The payment issued will most likely be less than the amount a customer lost because many victims have already received recoveries from a bank or other source. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do my best to remember to leave a link so that you can quickly and easily be able to access the information so that you can file a petition for remission on the website so that you can get any money that you might be eligible for. Remind me to put a link in the description down below so that you can see if you're eligible. Now, what's the average net worth of the lower class, the lower, middle, and upper class? Now, with inflation and, the stock market performance that we've been seeing, a lot of this wealth transfer has been taking place. Lower class, middle class, and upper class are all widely used terms. But what does this really mean? Like, I don't know if anybody really considers themselves to be lower class. And I also don't know that anybody really considers themselves to be upper class. I feel like everybody thinks that they're in the middle class. That's just my own personal take. I don't know what you feel like. Do you feel like you're in the lower class, middle class, or upper class? But anyway, for some people, living lower class means living in poverty, but upper class might mean like, you live a life of luxury, and the middle class is just pretty much everybody else, right? But at least we have some data now. So the U.S. Census Bureau, they're giving more insight into where we actually stand. So the income in the United States for 2021, it basically breaks down household income by quintile. So you can see the bottom 20%, then you can see the next 20%, and then so on up to the top 20% of income, which will obviously be the upper class. So, and then you also have the wealth of households in 2021, which provides median wealth of households for each income quintile. Now, the average net worth for the lower class. So basically, the average net worth for the lower class is $12,000. So that's the median net worth, sitting at $12,000, and the average income is $28,000 or less. So we finally actually have some figures to go by. And then you got the average net worth for the middle class. It's a broad group of people, but it's separated into 3 different categories. So you got the lower middle class, you got the middle class, and you got the upper middle class. So the lower middle class has a median net worth of $61,260, and the lower middle class's income is a range between $28,000 and $55,000. So that's the lower middle class. Now, if we're talking about the middle class, they have a median net worth of $145,200, and their income is anywhere between $55,000 and $89,000. All right, so that's the middle class. But the upper middle class, they have a median net worth of $269,000, and their income is anywhere between $89,745 and $149,131. So that's the upper middle class. Now, the average net worth for the upper class is a median net worth. Get this, guys. The average net worth of the upper class is a median net worth of $805,400, and the income is $149,000 or higher. So the median net worth to be upper class is $805,000, and the income is $149,132 or more. So the top earners of the upper class, this is a significant difference in the wealth for this group. So, at the end of the day, like, why does this really matter, right? I don't know if it really matters, but it does actually let you see where you stand economically. And it's just kind of interesting to see, the kind of net worth and income and how it corresponds to different people across the United States, which has actually been confirmed by the U.S. Census Bureau. So, but net worth does matter. And net worth is a way to, measure how well you're doing financially. It's kind of like a scoreboard. And, I learned about net worth when I was like maybe 23, 24 years old. And ever since then, I've been tracking my own. And so that way I can make sure that I'm moving forward financially. And I think it's a great way for most Americans, even if you're not an American, for most people to just track your net worth to make sure you're moving forward. Because if you're not moving forward, you're probably moving backwards. Most people aren't staying still. So, how do you increase your net worth so that you can move up within the ranks? Well, always aim to spend less than you earn, right? And anything that you save or anything that you have left over can be applied toward paying down high interest debt, whether it's credit cards, car payments, mortgages, any type of debt. And you can also use that money to invest. And one of the easiest ways to invest is just to set up automatic investing. Your 401k, if your company offers it, and even better if your company offers a 401k with a matching program, that's even better. And with the 401k matching plan, there's index funds, ETFs, and mutual funds that could be invested in these different 401k plans. And if your company is matching your contribution, then that is literally like free money. So I'm always a fan of free money. If your company is giving it, you might as well be taking it. And then so, you want to contribute to your retirement accounts. These are tax advantaged accounts like 401ks, IRAs, traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs. Like, there's a lot of benefits to this. And some of these strategies are very simple, but most people don't take advantage of them. And then when you apply the benefits of the compounding of interest and the compounding of your wealth, this is how people move up in class. And we keep talking about and we keep hearing about how the middle class is shrinking. And well, guys, the middle class is shrinking because people are either moving into the lower class or people are moving up into the upper class. So the choice is really ours. Do you want to, if you get forced out of the middle class, do you want to get forced down or do you want to get forced up? So, if you guys want to talk more about this and learn more about different strategies and hacks, different ways to increase your income so that you have extra surplus income available to be able to invest in the stock market, invest in real estate. I mean, guys, this real estate market, most people who bought or invested in real estate, purchased either a single family home or invested in a single family home for the purpose of, profit, in the last 2 years. Most people are up by hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, I know so many people who have literally purchased houses in 2020 or in 2019, 2020, maybe even 2021 are up at least $100,000 on the in terms of the increased assessed value of the properties that they've purchased. And the government has made it easier to become wealthy thanks to low interest rate mortgage loans available. And so it's almost like the government wants you to become wealthier. It depends on how you look at it. So you got to just remember, guys, these habits, they will definitely, these habits will grow your wealth and potentially your income, meaning that this can help you to move up in class. But you got to understand the strategies and you got to implement the strategies and always aim to increase your income. So if you guys got some value out of this video, definitely do your boy a favor, drop a quick like for the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure to share this video with someone who needs to hear it, someone you care about. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. You guys be safe.